Take a little bit, just a to take a little. Take la la la.
Yeah, there we are. All right. So as always, we gotta see if everything's set up. All right. How's the how's the sound? using the mic. I don't gotta stand. I gotta hold it like this. And yeah. And how's the video? And how's the lighting? We trying to throw everything up in there. So we'll see how that goes real quick. All right, I got a thumbs up. That's good. All right, so we're gonna wait a little bit to see if anyone else pops in here. To be honest, I didn't want to go live because I was gonna go to the gym, but I said 6 o'clock. I'm gonna do 6 o'clock every Tuesday until lighting videos. So it's fine. All right, cool. So I got this light. You can't see it. Actually, let me add one more thing. Let me try this. All right. So let's see here. We're gonna come in here, make a small Ryman, and then plug this in. Let's see how this looks. All right, we don't want to move those around. All right, and we can make this smaller. You can see my arm. All right. I mean, this is more of a setup for when I start doing beat making and things, but slowly, man, slowly by slowly, we're gonna get it. So we got 2 cameras set up with the lights and a mic, and I believe. And let me come out of here. You could hear this too, right? All right, so that's coming out the SP. All right, so is there anything else I need to do? I think everything's set. Bring this down a little bit. So yeah, so it's crazy, man. This shirt, actually, I should play it. I don't know how I could play it though. All right, cool. That's good, man. We got the music. I think I'm not sure, but what you have to do is set it up. You have to plug it in after you turn it on because it doesn't recognize. I don't know. Still learning this, but yeah. So as always, where you guys from? I'm from Easton, Pennsylvania, East Coast. It rained today, and we really needed that rain because I parked my car underneath a tree, and like the tree desecrated the car, man. It was so disgusting. And I wasn't gonna go to the car wash. I didn't want to waste water, so I was just waiting for Mother Nature to do its thing. But yeah. What else can we see here? What if we move this down? I guess we'll just leave it like this for now. But so more or less, this is going to be my Twitch setup. So this is going to be here. This is going to be there. Somehow I have to have the mic floating. But for now, I'm going to hold it. Delaware. Yeah, I never been down to Delaware. Yeah. But Delaware, that's East Coast, I think. Yo, yesterday, so so as you know, I've been in Japan for like the past 15 years. So everything is like really new to me, exciting, or just weird or different. So this is the 4th of July weekend, right? Or well, it was the weekend. And it's right on the man, don't tell my geography history teacher. but but all they do is light off fireworks. at like 1 in the morning, and I'd be watching the news, and it'd be where was it? I forget where, but some dude was shooting at the fireworks like thing. So every time I hear fireworks, I'm thinking gunshots, and it's just jarring. I'm like one of those little dogs that be all scared and shit. Now, when I run to the window and I see like I do get excited because I do like fireworks. I just don't like fireworks when I'm like sitting here trying to work on music and I just hear this boom. Shit's annoying, right? But and it's like they open up factories, firework factories. So it's not like, because back in my day, yeah, I'm that old. You couldn't get fireworks. You can get sparklers and what have you, but you couldn't get the good shit unless someone went down to like down south and they kind of smuggled it back over. And I used to be the kid that would buy those fireworks from the other kids for like premium prices. I'm paying like $8 for one bottle rocket. But now there's like factories like just all around, so the cops couldn't even stop people. Like I saw a dude, he put his fireworks in the middle of the street and the car came and he just like go around. And they were just lighting it in the middle of the street. So if you're like driving, but yeah, that's surprising to me. I don't like it. In fact, this shirt, homesick, is actually I'm sick of home because it's just jarring, man. Things are just, I mean, it's not all bad. Some things that are cool, lightning bugs. I don't know if you got them where you guys live, but when I was elementary, when you saw the lightning bugs, it meant summer's here. So I was really excited to see those. All right, here we're gonna put this on loop. Take this on gate. Some background music. I mean, when I get my setup set up, I'm gonna be like creating. But I'm nervous about this because YouTube's gonna be all like, it ain't your music. But this is like specialized music that you can use for this purpose. But YouTube be tripping, man. So we're gonna just go in and out of that. But yeah, the fireworks, man. But also the other thing about the 4th of July or all these holidays, I didn't celebrate them when I was in Japan. So being here, it's kind of like I don't know, it's just kind of weird because my family don't celebrate the holidays. So normally I would go to my friends. Like I don't remember the last time I celebrated the 4th of July in the States. Because then as you get older, you're just working, you're at school. But I just sat in the house all day. No, I went to the gym. I did my Zumba. And then just sit in the house all day working on music. Yeah, I don't like how that other camera's all up on my thing. We're going to have to bring that down a little bit. Bring it down a little bit. All right, there we go. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm probably going to be on for about an hour because I got to get the stamina up. And then I'm going to try to head out to the gym. I went today. I did yoga for the first time. And it was crazy because the instructor's all like, okay, we're going to do marshmallow fingers. And I'm like, what's a marshmallow finger? And I'm trying to look around. But, it's yoga, so there's a bunch of asses in your face. So I don't want to be like that guy. So I'm just trying to like follow the instructor, but she's like going around the gymnasium or whatever. And then she'd be like, okay, we're going to do pretzel sticks. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And she had like a different name, food-related name for each pose. Like I know the dog pose, like an actual yoga pose, but she had names for like how your fingers are. And like, At one point, she's like, "Okay, we're gonna go stand on our heads." I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not doing that. But it was cool. Like I felt one because I'm trying something different, and two, it's a different feeling than like working out or doing Zumba. This is like you're stretching your body and shit. So yeah, I'll probably go back again. Probably. Probably. I don't know. Don't hold it up against me. All right. Let's see what's on this one. Take that off gate, throw it on a loop. It's not really background music. I guess it could be background music. Full face scan with we're gonna make this like a training. You guys are gonna train me how this goes. All right, let's see here. We gotta throw this on here. All right, and then we could drag this. All right, that's not the way to do it. All right, put this. Okay, we selected everything. All right, webcam. Bump, bump, bump. Well, actually, how do you say it? Full face cam overlay. Okay, so there's me, and here's this guy. Boom. All right. Something like that. I mean, when I seen the the streams for beat makers, it's reverse. Got the little small little face, and then they got the drum machine. But this isn't the beat making channel. So, but yeah, yeah, man, it is a trip. Uh, let's see. So yeah, the yoga was kind of actually. Any of y'all do yoga outside of like willingly do yoga? Because I'm also at this point where I don't see anybody doing any of these new things that I'm doing since I've been home. If you're on like you're weird. Well, not anybody saying I'm a weirdo, but I feel weird, you know? Cause I'll be in there by myself doing something new, feeling a little awkward, but then kind of finding my rhythm. Either way, it looks more clean. All right. I appreciate that. Appreciate. I'm like a baby. Nah, I only do calisthenics. I mean, I do the calisthenics, the elliptical. Recently, since I came back from I mean, I was making it. So you know how it is once you get into something, right? Here, we can even do this because we're not using it. So you know how when you get into something, and if you stop doing it, then you kind of don't want to get back into it. So that's what happened to me, man. After I was going to the gym 3 times a week, and then I stopped like the day before I was gonna get my wisdom teeth taken out, and then I was out for 2 weeks, and then that third week I didn't want to go back. But yeah. So let's see here. So before I left Japan, right, I bought this light over here. Actually, I bought 3 of them, and I was watching how to make the 3-point lighting. So this one is kind of the put the shadow on your face, and then there's gonna be I have another light, but whatever. Put it there to get this key light, and then put a light behind me to give you that pull from the background. But the issue is I'm in a room, just a room. It's a big room compared to what I lived in Japan. But in Japan, I had 2 rooms. So the one room was always the studio room, and I could just leave the thing set up that way. The way it's set up now, it's kind of in the way, and I had to move it. I mean, it's in the middle of the room, taking up all this space, but I mean, that is what it is. But Yeah. Yeah. So we got one person who's from Delaware. Where the rest of you at? Pennsylvania? California? Are you outside the country? Yeah. I'm being nosy. Nosy. I mean, I want to know. I like to keep some mental notes. But I mean, there's so much I can do. So a friend of mine, he was saying that we should do a podcast. Him and I should do a podcast. Temporary setup, maybe. Um, I mean, this setup works because the way this can't see it anymore. But before I had like one of those big overhead things, and every time I would take the iPhone down, it would shift a little bit, so it'd always be crooked. This setup is a little better. Actually, it's better. It's just this camera's gonna do this and that's gonna do that. But yeah. All right, we got PA, Delaware, PA. Where's the music on here? Oh, that's the drum sounds. All right, this is the Where's Everybody At music. Loop it up. Wow, that was short. All right, we'll have to play it. Where's everybody at? Trying to make a mental map. Yeah. So then if I was doing that, I'd pull this back up so people can see what's going on. My dream is to be the Bob the painter of beat making. All right, guys. We're going to make a beat. We're going to make some. Actually, do y'all even know who Bob was? Is his name Bob? Bob the painter? Do I even know who it is? I think it's Bob. Anyway, it was this guy with an afro, and he'd be painting, and you'd just be sitting there transfixed watching this man paint these happy little clouds. And I think one time I did try it, but you know how it is. Experts make things look so easy because they're experts. But we're going to make a little beat as people are deciding if they want people to know where they're at. Like, I don't want to tell nobody where I'm at. I'm trying to be Bob Ross. All right. I was going to say, man, he is part of my childhood. All right. Gonna come in here. Boom, 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 boom. Here's a break. Too fast. That's nice right there. Put that in there. Boom. All right. Take that off. Put on loop. You gotta come out of there. Take that off. Yeah. I cannot read and make beats at the same time. Yo, what up? Popping in the show you club. What's up to you? Proud 10 years ago. I dig you. Stay true to yourself. Crack, keep doing you, my boy. Appreciated. Appreciate it. All right, going back to the beats. Actually, where you from? Maybe I'm gonna keep asking because I don't be collecting data like that. All right, come back. I mean, sitting here making some beats because that's what I do every week. My style is so unique, like a unicorn with blue feet. I said that when I was 16. My dad probably wondering what's his son doing upstairs, 'cause he don't like the music he hears. It's on loop. All right, what we need to do. I'm from the States. That was my running joke when I was in Japan. They'd be like, "Where are you from?" America. Be like, I know you're from America, but where in America? The East Coast. I just keep doing, because most people ain't gonna know where you're from anyway. But then I did meet a guy, and it was like, "Where are you from?" America. Where in America? East Coast. Where East Coast? Pennsylvania. Where in Pennsylvania? Philadelphia, but not really by Philadelphia. Where? I said Easton. He's like, "I work there." It was so weird, man. Who works in Easton, living in Japan? But he was he was like a salesman for the crowns that are made here. So it's pretty cool. All right. We're going to take this right here and we're going to copy it. Boom. And, so you hear about TikTok? I don't know if I mentioned this. I don't. So TikTok, the government is saying that we shouldn't use TikTok anymore. Not that I'd be on it like that, but TikTok, they're not an American company. They be stealing information according to the government. But I think the government be stealing information too. Kentucky. All right, Kentucky. This is a stupid question, but is Kentucky Fried Chicken in Kentucky, KFC, or is that just like some random thing? Because I never thought about it, but I guess that would make sense. Maybe. I don't know. All right. All right. All right. We would have to do mute groups. So yeah. So this is cool, man. We got it set up. Now, I've been trying to do this all day. I had it. Check out this wiring I had. So I had this microphone plugged into the iPhone so it could pick up my voice. And I had the playing of Casey's out though, man. I'll check in soon. All right, peace. Thanks for stopping by. So I had the this microphone going into the iPhone. I had the iPad and going into the the H6. I had the SP going into the H6. All right, and then yeah, that was the setup. And then I would record everything and then kind of lay everything up. So the first time I did it, the H6 didn't record. Second time I did it, the camera stopped working. Third time I did it, ran out of space, but luckily, 40 minutes in, it just cut off the freestyles. But I think the H6 caught it up. But these are like 40-minute sessions I'm doing just to have it not record. And then I just set this up and boom, I got everything I need. Except for the iPad. I'm not sure how to get that plugged in. But yeah. All right, so all right. We don't want to chop that way. But this setup's going to be great for when I do the music thing. Because I've been trying to figure that out for a minute. Like, there's no way. Let me come out here. So the plan is, right, when I do the music thing, that would be on Twitch because because these, I don't even know what I'm gonna do with this one, but these would just be how these are. Cause yeah, yeah, that's the idea. I'm not sure yet, and yeah. So I don't know, but I think Twitch for music would work because there's other Twitch people out there, but not everyone's out there. And I got the other YouTube channel. Haven't done anything with it for like 8 months. Got a lot of social property, but yeah, just kind of figure things out. Yeah. Uh, let me think here. So yeah, my friend, he was saying that we should do a podcast. It may be cool because you guys don't know him like that, and it'd be different. But he's not a YouTuber type, not a Twitch type. Because I'd be naming like all the big YouTubers. Like I don't know who those people are, which doesn't even matter. But you know how YouTube is. It's not. It's a random place with random things. But so if it happens, you guys will see it here. You'll see it here. And we don't want that there. Bow, bow. So I guess I would have to have this in front of me. I don't even know. All right, so we got one Delaware, and we have one Kentucky, and we got 8 other people. But it's all right. I feel you, wherever you are in the world. But yeah, man, it is. I should change this channel or make another channel, but I don't know how long the effect's gonna be. But reverse culture shock, reverse RCS, RCS. That's interesting because the first company I worked for in Japan was called RCS, reverse culture shock. Yeah, and basically, but I don't think I'm gonna be culture shock forever. I assume I will get acclimated to life here. I don't have a choice, but it is just different, man. Like, I mean, but really, it's not so much that. I mean, I'm rambling, collecting thoughts. So, like, the yoga lady today, she's like, so all you people, you're coming back from the barbecues and drinking and drinking and eating and drinking and eating and drinking and eating. I didn't eat or drink on the 4th of July. So what she's saying didn't apply to me. I was just doing what I always do. So it's not a culture shock thing. I'm sure somebody would say something to that effect in Japan too. But the whole room is like, yeah. And I'm just like, no. So stuff like that, I just feel like out of the loop. And it just seems to get worse. Like me doing this, I don't think any of my high school or city friends or whatever are streaming or YouTubing or making music or pursuing creative endeavors, which doesn't matter. I'm still doing what I do, but it's just weird. You know what I mean? Like today I went to the gym, and so the friend who wants to do the podcast, he's kind of like a coach, basketball coach. And he's like, you want to play ball? And I'm like, sure. So we go to this outdoor court and we're just shooting around. And he shows me the form of how to shoot. Like, because I'll be just shooting. Sign in quick to send a message since you're online. I'd like to do a collab with you sometime. All right. let's do it. Let's do it. I was thinking of doing a short rotoscope animation. Yo, that would be dope. Definitely, let's do it. That'd be awesome. All right, well, I'm here. Actually, if you drop, I don't even know how. Can someone tell me if there's a email thing on YouTube? Because it feels like they took it away. I remember back in the day, you could like email people in YouTube. I can't find it, but I'm on Instagram. That's probably the only thing I check. But yeah, so he taught me the form of shooting basketball. And after he taught me just a few little things, I was just like hitting the rim more often than not. Usually air ball to the left, to the right. Now I'm just hitting the rim, and a couple of times just going in, nothing but net. Kashoom, kashoom. And I was just thinking, what if I would have met him 20 years earlier? Now, what if, coulda, woulda, shoulda been? It would be different, but just imagine if I met someone like him 20 years or 30 years, everything would have changed. Well, who knows what would have happened, but one plausible outcome is I liked playing ball, which probably meant I would do scholarships. I probably still would rap, but I wouldn't rap so seriously. I mean, it could go lots of ways, but it could have like shifted the whole thing. But yeah, so today when I was in the gym, I saw that nobody was. It was like a Tuesday after the 4th of July, so nobody was in the gym. So I ran in there. I got there was a couple basketballs. I got one. I was like, shoom, air ball, shoom, air ball. I don't think I got any in the net or in the rim, but it was fun. Yeah, so then I went off to do my yoga with marshmallow fingers. But yeah. So today I was looking for a job because yeah, it's time to get a job. I mean, I think I explained or talked about this before. So my job was to take care of my dad, and I would get paid by the state. Did the paperwork like 2 weeks ago. They said it's going to take to the end of July, early August, whatever. That's fine. But one of the things that was preventing me from doing the setup, the wiring that I wanted, I didn't have the wire, and I didn't have the money to buy the stupid wire. It's like a $3 wire. It's a $3 wire that in Japan, before I moved back home, I had like 10 of those wires, but I couldn't bring them all with me, so I had to throw them away, and it hurts. And yeah, so stuff like that, just little things. I want wires so I could like, because it was an RCA going into an RCA. All I got is the 1/4 inches. So yeah, or something like just the stands, like just to build up the studio, whatever. So I'm looking where I can get a job at, and it kind of sucks. I could work at a factory, but not I so this I can work. I can work anywhere, but it should be a place where I I I'm not away from the house, flexible hours, and nobody happens to come there. So I don't want to be working at McDonald's and then someone comes in, hey, is that you, Matt? And I'd be like, hey, what's up? Man, I'll take your order. Now, I don't mind working at McDonald's. I just don't want people to see me working at McDonald's. I guess it's an ego thing. So I'd rather work somewhere where nobody can see me. They could work there, be like, yo, you work here? Yep, I work here too. But not. And it should be somewhere where I don't got to drive very far to get there. I mean, part of me is like, let me get deep into the music thing. Like, get deep into it. But I don't want that to be my motivation. You see what I'm saying? I want to do my music because I like music. I don't want to do my music because it's all or nothing. But then it might be the motivation I need to like make the right steps. I don't know. But yeah, man, it is something. It is something. All right, let me come out of here real quick. All right, we got a mess going right there. All right, there we go. Come back out. I guess the amount of finger juggling you got to do. But yeah, man. So let's see. As I said, we're gonna be on here till 7, cause I feel bad. I feel like when I would be teaching, right, and I didn't have a lesson plan, and I'd get up there and just be all like, "So, anyone got anything they want to talk about?" And then from there, just go where it goes. But I would feel bad because you know, especially with my adult students, they're trying to get their learn on, and I just be all like, but it worked out because there's so much to talk about. People want to talk, but being on here, there's nothing to really to go off of. I mean, I met a lot of folks, right, and they'd be like, they can't do things like this by themselves because they feel weird. I feel weird doing it with someone else. Like I'm so opposite, man. But yeah, yeah, man. So here's something crazy, right? So homesick. This could be the whole like. I might even make this a new title. When I was, do I have Discord or Twitter? I have a Twitter, but I don't use it. I think I made a Discord. I have a Discord, or I'm on Discord, but I don't understand it. Yeah, I'm terrible. But yeah. I guess I know YouTube. Well, I used to know YouTube. It kind of changed. Instagram is probably easy. But every platform is like a new thing gotta learn and freaking do the work to make it work. But I think I got a rhyming guide in Twitter. I got a music Twitter. I think a photography Twitter, and I got a beat making Twitter. None of them are used. Yeah, I like doing things by myself. So I'm just gonna jump around here. So I like doing things by myself because you move when you want to move. You set your own rules. At the same time, I've seen when people are working as a group, they could just do they could move mountains. I can climb the mountain, but a group of people, they could move the mountain. It's probably a small mountain. You're not moving Mount Everest. But yeah. Plus there's the what I don't know the name of it. I'm sure it has a name, but I'm gonna call it the the mass effect. I don't know. I'm making this up. But when people see a bunch of people doing something together, they want to be a part of that. Maybe bandwagon, tailgating. I don't know if those work or apply. When I was in Japan, I was a photographer for this Nigerian artist, and he, I gave him a business card, and he called me up like, "Hey, can you do some work for me?" I'm like, "Sure." He's like, how much do you charge? And I was 26 at the time, 27. So I charged $27 or 2,700 yen. He's like, okay. So I go down to where he is, and I'm like doing recording for him, like audio recording, and I was doing some video recording, and it was cool. And one time he had this idea, so he rented a limo, and he asked me if I knew any other photographers. So I reached out to these other two photographers, and they were doing all the work. I was just like the boss. So he rented this limousine, right? And he parks it in front of like a shopping center. He just parks it right in front of it, like taking up space. This white stretch limousine, like a Hummer looking type one, right? So then he parks there, and little by little, a crowd starts to form, wondering who's going to come out of this limo. So I'm there taking a video of this, and I never seen this before, right? So after like 45 minutes, the group on Tell You Adventures gives you power, numbers, expression, your power. Man, you just all, yes. Actually, well, yes. So people kept coming and just standing there, and it got to the point where you couldn't go through them because they were like blocking off the sidewalk. So then I had the camera, and I was in my suit that day. So the security guy comes up to me like yelling at me, and I'm like, I don't just speak English. And then I just kind of shuffle off. And he comes out the car, and everyone's taking out the pictures and da-da-da-da-da. So like that. If I'm freestyling alone, that's one thing. If I'm freestyling with another person, that's another thing. If there's a crowd. But then again, trying to move a group of people in a direction that you want to go. I've seen that too. Sitting in a meeting, and it just goes on and on as everyone is trying to add their input. And it's just like going nowhere. And it's just like, pick an idea and go that way. But there's like, no. Everyone has to have their say. And it comes to me, and I'm like, yeah, we shouldn't do it. Like, what do you mean? And I say what I say. But I think when you find the right people, then that's a whole nother ball game. Everyone's on board. But in the meantime, you got to do what you got to do. And that's always been my thing. So, yeah. And one more. Yeah. All right. I got one drum loop, but it's just going to have to go that way. Drum looping it up. What's over here? That's a new sample. I don't like that one. We'll stick with this. I like that one. That's pretty. You know what's crazy about this? I don't know the tempos of these, but they're all 90. I don't know why they're all 90. Here, I gotta see something. Is it that I'm just that good? Or they just happen to all be 90? Nah, they're not all 90. That says 141. This one says 79. I don't know what magic that is. I don't know. So let's see here. Where are we at? 45. We got 15 more minutes. So first of all, I just want to say I appreciate all you guys watching this. Like, if I like, I don't know. I'm not a person to show gratitude, which is weird. But so it's weird for me. But I want to thank everyone for watching these and watching the channel and just interacting and all that stuff, because this is what's keeping me together. I mean, I do little beat battles every Friday. That helps me. going to the gym, that helps me. Doing the music, that helps me. And doing the just I mean, someone hit me up the other day and they're just like, I don't know if this is how I took it, and they're probably right. They're like, yeah, what you're doing now on YouTube, you should do something else. And I get it. When I was in Japan, I had it. Even if I was doing this, I was doing it in a better location. I don't know if you could like sit here and watch me for hours and hours talking in this background setup, talking about my situation, because it's one day it's going to change. One day I'm going to be like, yo, I just sold a beat, or I just hooked up with this company, or then we're going to see the ball rolling. Right now I'm just doing the grunt work to keep my mind and my spirit up, because the last thing I want to do is succumb, be all depressed and shit. Like doing stuff, like even though I didn't want to do this, once I got on, just started, and after it ends, I feel so much better. Go do yoga. I feel a little weird, but I feel like just the fact of doing something different. Because the monotony of the monotony of all this is just yeah. I mean, in the beat battle thing I'm in, I was just whatever. And there was a guy, he lives over in Jersey, so he's right across the bridge. I feel weird because I don't know him, but he makes beats, I make beats. It's a start, and just planting seeds and see where they grow, see where they go, see where they grow, see where they go and grow. The gym, I was thinking I would meet more people at the gym, but I don't know how that, like, so there's two parts, right? So right, situation A, I'm in like the locker room and I see someone, I'm like, hey man, you want to be my bro? That's weird. I've never done that. I don't want to do that. Although someone tried to do that to me. I'm sitting there. I just came out from the pool. I just took my shower and I'm all like I'm trying to take off my clothes and put on my clothes without anybody watching. So he's like, yeah, man. I don't know what he said, but he just starts making a conversation. And I'm just like, yeah. And he's just like, da-da-da-da. And he keeps talking until his buddy comes and he starts talking to him. And that was that. So I could do that, right? Or option B, I'm sitting there and this is, I don't think that could work this way. But I'm sitting there and I look over and I see someone, a female, working out on the elliptical, and she's all like doing her thing, and I'm all like doing my thing. So then I synchronize, so we're both doing our thing, and I look over and I say, hey, we're both doing our like, that shit is just weird, right? Like the only time is in Zumba class. Zumba class works that way because like right now I got a Zumba mom, and she just, every time I like come into class, she'll be like, hey Matt, and I'd be like, hey, like, how you doing? And I'm like, I'm my height. Actually, I'm like, I'm okay, because he's like my mom's age, but she's nice. And the teacher, she knows my name. Say, hey Matt, and she'd be making fun of my facial expressions. And there's this Indian lady who, she told me, she's like, we were talking one day and she's just like, I don't have any friends. It is hard for me to make friends. So I thought in that instance that we could be friends, but for her to start off with that, but she's being honest, but she just kept going around, yeah, I do not like to talk to people. But she said she had some kids that are my age, so, but that doesn't really mean anything either. Or if I leave at the same time and we are in the parking lot, now that's free game. But you got to time it right. So the gym is kind of like, it's good for the body, good for the whatever. But yeah. The other day I went to the mall, right? I was thinking I could just do what we used to do back in the day, you know. But I don't even know if that, cause I can't. So you see my dilemma, right? You see my dilemma. Just weird, just weird. And even like my old friends, high school friends, whatever. I don't know if I could call them up and be like, "Hey, you want to go to the bookstore?" Like, who goes to the bookstore besides me? Or you want to like walk down this path for an hour or so? Like, I don't know anyone who does that shit. So yeah. So yeah, again, I appreciate that you guys are like, rocking with me during this interesting time. I do believe it will make me stronger. I just got to get to the other side of whatever this is. Yeah. But yeah. Yeah. So some updates. My friend who came to Japan, I used to work with her, who visited me. There's no video. Sorry. Um she said that she's going to stay in the States and just kind of figure out her life and all that. And she said that our mutual friend that we used to work with, our mutual coworker friend, she's probably going to come to the States in September. So then we are going to go down to New York. New York! And I'm going to be a tour guide. Actually, I'll be more of a tourist because I haven't really explored New York outside of airport. That's about it. Airports. Jump into the airports. But I, so I got this. I have my iPad on the table, and it's like a delay. So I keep seeing myself scratch my nose, but my nose is itchy. It got to be scratched. Maybe I'll make a screen. Mr. Unapologetic King. That's a dope name. So yeah, I'm scratching my nose like that. But yeah. Where are we at? You, it always happens this way. I say I'm gonna get off in like X amount of time, and then that's when the people start coming. Right? I mean, you barely look like you age months. Uh, yeah. I feel like Japan kept me at this age, but being home, it is. I could see more gray hairs just like popping out, like boom. I, like I just feel it. Cause it's different. Like again, this might have a technical turn, or someone might have coined the phrase already, whatever. But like how Peter Pan, when he would go to that place and they could fly around and stuff. Yo, you're right down the street, and you play the piano. I want to come to one of your concerts. Shit's dope, man. Yeah, I feel bad, man. I mean, it is what it is, but so many talented people are like around me via maybe online or just, and I have a friend, he makes shoes, and I never knew that. I just seen it recently, and he might have said it, but I seen on his Instagram that he said that, and I was just like, I known you for like so many years and never knew that. I feel it's it's not the air, but it's just because for some people who live in Japan, it's the opposite. They just get older quicker. They get stressed out. For me, Japan was the place to be because, but I think it could be anywhere. Wow, look at y'all people coming in here. Maybe I got to make this at 7. I don't know. But, what's going on? It's just different. Like, I'm not saying that Japan was perfect for me. It had its issues and all that. And towards the end, I was starting to get unraveled or get razzled. Like I'd be at the store, be like, "Excuse me, I would like a cup of coffee." I don't drink coffee, and they'd be like, "We don't sell coffee," and it'd be like a coffee shop, and I'm like, "What do you mean we don't sell coffee?" Like it's, and then it turns out they don't sell coffee; they sell tea, and I'm just like, "But you're," and I just begin all like, You get older, still making. Now I'm getting all the great questions, man. You guys are all right. I'm gonna read the question. I mean, you could see it, but I'm gonna read it. How do you feel about getting older and still making music? Has your inspiration changed? How you write and what you write about? So that's a great question. It is. So, all right, the first part. How do I feel about getting older and still making music? Um. So here's the thing. I don't feel anything. Like, I'm making music and I'm old. But where it comes into play is when I meet my peers, same age, same school, and it'd be like, yeah, I got my 401k and my kids are off to college and da 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 da. And I'm like, yeah, I just got a SP 404 Mark II and I'm making beats. Listen. Now clearly I enjoy doing that, but this doesn't pay any bills, doesn't make me any money. And then now this situation is a little different because I would still be in Japan if things are different. But it's like, so where are you living? I live with my dad. Like, it's just not a good look. And I know it's the situation, da 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 da. But so I feel now and this is a win when I figure out how to make this work. Because I see people doing less than that. Like, they don't even be smiling. They're just all like, they just look like they're upset about it. And so if I could figure out that part, so wait, let me go. All right, let's get older. So that's how I feel. The older I get, the more check boxes that should have been checked, and they're not checked. So in Japan, there's a lot of people who don't have kids. They've never been married. They're teachers, which pays the bills pretty well, and they're pursuing their art. I was surrounded by them, so it's just like whatever. Come home, it's a bunch of people who are like, yeah, I used to do this, but I just kind of let that go. It's depressing because I'm all like, follow your dreams. But I have. So that's the first part of that. Second part, has your inspiration changed how you write and what you write about? The money in coding. Yeah. Yeah. The coding thing isn't for me. I have a friend. Well, I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of people who have a lot of different ways to get to different points. And realistically, any way would work if you're committed to doing it. But that's my thing. And everything else is secondary to that. But inspiration, or wait, what was the question? Has your inspiration changed how you write and what you write about? Here, we're going to get to that in a second. But all right. So what I'm doing, or what I'm not, I don't want to write about anything specific to what's happening to me now because it would be very visceral. It wouldn't be the nicest. So Eminem could make a whole song about his mama and like go off, and I cannot make songs like that because it just isn't going to work out for me like that. So I haven't written anything because, I need to write something more abstract, like write a whole song about the Rubik's Cube, make it a metaphor that nobody will understand, but it's, yeah. And where's the other question? What do you write about? All right, moving down. Will I go back to Japan? Will I move back to Japan? It depends. It depends. Leave it at that. All right. The money's in coding. Money in 2 months, 80K. Have you thought about selling beats? I was just going to say that. So there's people who make 80K selling beats, 100K. Not everyone. They're kind of like the I don't know what you call them, but the whole selling beat things, it eludes me. Like I've been making beats for the past 20 years. I sold some in college. Uh, I sold some in Japan towards the end. I sold my voice, or I was paid to rap on something. I did some commercial work towards the end. I wrote a rap or a jingle for a Chinese game company. But um yeah, but being here, so and photography is another thing. People need photographers, right? Even the weird stuff that I do for photography, people want those too. But it's like just the circle that I'm in, there's no one, like I would have to make new acquaintances that sell beats or are looking for beats because I don't know any artists out here. I would have to, yeah. As far as Thailand, I didn't like. For me, Japan wasn't expensive. It was, I mean, I worked, got my little degrees, got better jobs, found better ways to whatever. So it wasn't a money thing. I would like to visit Thailand and the Philippines and all those Asian countries, but I like Japan. I mean, I like what I like, and the parts I don't like, you know, that is what it is. But or I'm out there. All right. One day, one day, one day. Actually, I don't know the future, man. I cannot say what's gonna happen from to one day to the next. All I could say is I wake up every morning and I think I look at the window and I'd be like, it's a beautiful day, even when it rains, because you could smell the rain. Be like, I like how it smells, and I put my all into making my music, sitting there learning, practicing. I try to keep my mind focused, and yeah. But what happens 2 days from now? I don't know. Couldn't tell you. All right. We're at 22 people. I don't even know if it's real people because nobody's telling. Well, okay, so we got Delaware, we have NYC, we had Kentucky, and we got Thailand. So we got 4 locations in Pennsylvania. So 4 out of 22. Do you plan on visiting Japan for a vacation? So, um, I'm. We'll talk. I'll hit you up. All right. So I'm uh, my dad's caretaker, so I can't go anywhere. I mean, I can go up the street and do all that. Atlanta, okay. Yo, how do you feel about um Young Thug, Young Thugger? He's Atlanta, right? But yeah. So yeah. So yeah, that's my situation at the moment. And as I said, I cannot tell you what's gonna happen from day to day. Albuquerque, where's Albuquerque? Oh, Texas. Or you're from Texas, and Albuquerque. NM. Never mind. I don't think it's never mind. Nevada. That'd be NV. Albuquerque NM. Where's that? As you know, I'm a little older, and what you do in the past will always catch up to you. As you know, I don't know. Oh, okay. All right. I see where you're going with that. Some people get to go to their graves with that shit, but he wasn't one. I mean, the people who get to go to the graves with that shit, New Mexico, man. I swear, if I was taking a history test right now of American states, I would get the worst grade. Michigan. But like as I said before, I'm not writing about what I'm feeling because I don't want it to come up. Be like, yo, you said this. Like I never said that. Like it's in your song, track 7. You said da 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 da. Not me. I'll keep that shit in my head until either it disappears or it has a time for it to be said. But yeah, man. Like I feel bad. I mean, we all make our choices, and you know, you make your bed, lay in it. So I don't feel bad about that, but you know, people looked up to him. He was inspiration. We got another Atlanta. Yo, so y'all from I hate y'all. You fellas from Atlanta, do you watch the show Atlanta, and is it like how it is? I didn't watch season 3 yet, but I mean, when I had a photo shoot with this dude, this like he's on TV now in Japan. I see him doing these commercials, but this like big dude, right? And then we had to shoot, and he's just like, "Yeah, I know you." And he was saying like 8 years ago, the one of my coworkers used to mess with him, and she's like, "Yeah, this is my friend. He makes beats." Um, wow. All right, we're gonna come back to pizza orderer, but he's like, "Yo, you gotta check out Atlanta." I'm like, I don't check out rap related TV shows, none of them. But he's like, you gotta check it out. It's really good. And he just kept saying it, and then I checked it out, and I found Amigos. I'm a transplant, so I wouldn't have the most accurate depiction. All right, but so I checked it out, and it was dope. I was all right, and then the second season. But yeah, I tried to. For the most part, I'll watch anything and get into it. Like I watch Sex in the City because that's what the only time we don't speak is during Sex in the City. So she's always watching Sex in the City. I'm watching Sex in the City. But I try to avoid all sitcoms and all that. All right, moving down here. Is Tinder what you mostly use when looking for dates in Japan? Uh, let's see. I was there 15 years, so maybe the first 10 years, 9 years, I was old. No, wait, no, wait. The first 3 years, I was using Mixi. Mixi is like MySpace in Japan. In fact, MySpace, Mixi. And I was on there. And then I would just meet people in the clubs and at shows and just out and about. And then after my last breakup, I say that was like 2016, 17, 16. I don't know. Then I started using Tinder. Swipey swipe swipe. I actually found somebody. First day I got on there, swipe, and I found a match. I'm like, you want to go to dinner? She's like, okay. We go to dinner, and it's like the most beautiful Japanese girl, speaks English. She's a jogger. She does marathons. She does charity. I like, wow, Tinder really works. But then it came time to pay the bill. And I don't know, do I pay the bill? Does she pay the bill? Do we split? I mean, she's Japanese, but we went Dutch. And after that, she didn't respond back. And then after that, it just been hit or miss. Actually, a lot of misses. I mean, I met 2 people technically that I still talk to this day, but the rest. Did old school or dating apps get you the best? Old school? I guess it's more about this way. Old school, I mean, apps, everyone's on, well, now, in my opinion, everyone's on apps, swipety swipe swipe. So there's no commitment. Like I went on a date and she was swipety swipe swiping. You sure gotta split the bill on the first date. I don't know how this works, man. Cause I wasn't dating for the first 10 years in Japan. I was with a girlfriend and we did what we did. But yeah. But I don't like dating apps because I just feel that I mean I know people who found their wives and have children and they seem happy, but yeah. But yeah, and being here in the States, but it's just like I mean Corona was another reason cuz we couldn't really leave, but now that we're out, I like I was driving the other day, I saw someone walking. Can I stop the car and beep? And hey, that I don't know. I need a wingman. But yeah. I'm at a I may be a little different most people, but I'm not paying the bill for anyone unless they're my girlfriend. I mean, I feel you. I feel you. I mean, once like when I was working in Japan, it wasn't a money thing, like whatever. Now I wasn't like taking people to the Marriott or some shit. We go into like a nice little family restaurant, capping at like $16. Cause that's what I like to eat. I don't. Yo, the other day I went out to. It wasn't a fancy place, but we went out to this place, and um, I ordered ice cream, and I'm thinking I'm gonna get a bowl of vanilla ice cream because that's what it said on the little menu. I vanilla. When it came, there was red strawberry jam. I don't know. It was red stuff on there, and on the side there was some. It's like they took their fingers and smeared some fudge or some shit, and then the ice cream was inside. It had a shell. It was like an ice cream ball that they cut in half. I was like, this is not what I signed up for. But I feel that's how it is when you go to the fancy restaurants. They be trying to make things all fancy. I just want a plain, plain. All right, got a wingman. All right, all right. Actually, my collaborator from back in the day, super producer Chetta. He was the producer. He did like 8 or 10 of the tracks on SMF, the last album. So he came to Japan a couple of times, and we go out clubbing and shit. And the friend, like it all ties up, right? The friend who, the muscle guy who is friends with my coworker. So the coworker and my the cheddar producer, we all go to the club, and she brought her friend with her. So we were both trying to get at her friend, and we're just like, it was good times, man. Good times. Good times. But yeah. Once my situation gets a little better, I'll hit you out. Or when my friends come down, well, when my friend visits from Japan, and we go up to New York, maybe we could all meet up. But yeah, yeah. We got a question here. Not paying. Did you ever have any one night stands, hookup, or were those where? You know, what's what is it? Kiss and never tell or some shit like that. I don't know. It yes, it happens. It happens a lot. Way before like the dating apps. Like I met a lot of teachers who would date their students. I'm talking like they're like they teach adults, right? So they'd be sitting across from their student, and somehow they managed to work in, hey, you want to go out for a date or something? I never got that because, yeah, I did teach one. I met her on it was on this like English site to find your own tutors or something like that. And I get there and she's just like, she looks Hawaiian. Like she had a Hawaiian body shape. but she's Japanese, and she was going to Atlanta. So she's going down to Atlanta to meet her boyfriend, who's Jamaican. All right. So she wanted to just brush up on her English or whatever. So I'm sitting down there and I'm just like, wow. And she's like dressed like she's going to the pool or something. She's just kind of like leaning in, like, I don't know how to say these things. And it's just like, wow. But still, she's my student, and maybe she was trying to hook teachers that way, but a lot of teachers do that, which I don't know. Or they go to the places where the clientele, the customers, they go, like, the people who go to this bar are looking for foreigners, and the foreigners who go to the bar are looking for the people who are looking for foreigners. So I avoided all those places. And yeah. And then alcohol, I don't drink, so the likelihood of that happening. And I'm kind of difficult, so, well, you don't know, but I scare away a lot of the one-nighters, because you got to be in it for the long haul if we're going to be getting it in. But yeah. All right. So I said I'm going to end at 7, and it's 17. I'm going to try to keep the schedule. But again, I appreciate everyone who came in, and yeah, we're going to have some outro music. Let's see. I think social media make it harder. I agree. There we go. I haven't been. All right. And then that fade out. Something like that. All right. So and that's what I like. I like seeing people in the chat talking to other people in the chat. One big happy community. All right, so I'm gonna be here every Tuesday doing something like this. The setup will get a little better each time. Maybe I'll throw something back there. What? We got a picture on here? And I appreciate you guys and gals, if there's any in there somewhere, but I think it's a bunch of guys, which is cool because I'm a guy, and we're doing our male bonding. That doesn't sound good, but yeah. All right, so next Tuesday, but I'll be posting my random videos walking and talking. And I never know how to get out of here, so I'm just gonna do one of these. All right, bam.